up, America? This is Neil here from the Geauga Firearms Academy. Today I want to talk to you about drawing from a holster. Specifically, drawing from a holster from concealment. Now this is going to be very important when you're talking about CCW, especially for people who have never carried a firearm before. Drawing from your holster is a whole other ball game than just shooting at a piece of paper at a range. So let's talk about some key points. Okay, so here it's wintertime in Siberia, aka the Midwest. And so this is a normal attire here, some type of jacket or covering. So what I need to get accustomed to is, one, when you guys set your system up, wherever you decide to carry on your body, and we'll have some videos about that, but for now, wherever you commit to carrying, you have to practice from that position. So for me, I carry my firearm at my 4 o'clock position, inside the waistband, okay? And so what that means is my holster, it goes inside my waistband, and I'll either have this plus sometimes even another shirt over top of this, because it may be somewhere where I'm taking my coat or jacket off and I still want to stay concealed. So I may have several layers covering that. So the first thing I want to do when I go to get to my firearm in an emergency scenario is I want to take my shooting hand, okay, and I want to rip those clothing up as high as I can. The biggest issue I see, the biggest problem I see with the training, even in advanced training, is that people don't come up high enough. And then they come over here to grab their gun, and they get caught up in this material. As my hand is actually already gripping the material in that. So, you cannot come up too high, alright? So once again, I'm going to rip this up as high as I can. As I do, you'll notice my left hand is moving at the same speed as my right hand. So as this comes up, my left hand is following. So the moment this is up, I'm dragging my thumb down my body to grab that pistol. So, once again, all the way up, dragging my thumb, and here I'm getting a purchase on the pistol. My thumb is already behind my grip. I'm already high up on the pistol, as high as I can be. I've got a nice gun belt on, which is holding it steady, and then this way I'm able to clear the holster immediately. You'll see that the muzzle is already pointed downrange, already at my target. And if I had to fire from right here, I'm already in a forward position. From here, I'm going to meet my hands together. Again, my muzzle is pointed towards the threat the entire time. As I come out and I extend, I'm prepping the trigger and break my shot. Alright, so to put this all together, once I have cleared that pistol, I meet my hands, I'm coming up looking for my front sights. One thing I'm not doing is coming up and then adjusting my head. My head is already in the position. I'm bringing my firearm up under my dominant eye. As I'm doing so and coming out, I'm starting to prep that trigger, taking the slack out, and as soon as I extend, I'm going to break that shot. I've already determined that there's a threat and that the shot needs to be made. So all together, it's going to look something very similar to this. So here I am, there's a threat, I'm out, take my shot. Once again, as I come out, I'm already starting to prep the trigger. As I get to the extension, I can break that shot if I need to. I can continue to shoot, come back, scan. If that's the situation, whatever the situation is going to bear what I do next. So let's look at that one last time. And again, one thing you'll see on the internet, trying to put your holster away without looking or as fast as you can, that makes no sense. In a self-defense scenario, either I've dealt with a threat or I haven't. If I've successfully dealt with a threat, there's no reason for me to go trying to shove my gun away. I have plenty of time. Even though I've done this thousands of times and I could do it, there's nothing wrong with looking as you put your firearm back in your holster. So don't get caught up on that. That's just fancy stuff on the YouTube. So, once again, threat is, I see a threat, up we go, in, boom. Okay? If I have to, I move it. Let's say that I came out and I had a malfunction. I have to get behind something, move around, whatever the case is. So that allows me mobility. Okay? So I just want to break this one portion down. This is one key part to the actual drawing from your holster to begin with. And I've took my outer garment, put it behind the holster here, because I just want to illustrate this very well. Just to make this very clear, once I've established that purchase of that firearm, the very thing, as I'm drawing this holster out, I'm actually applying forward pressure. So the moment that this muzzle clears the holster, it's already moving towards the threat. That's the key. Coming from this holster towards that threat as soon as possible. All right, guys. Hopefully you learned some things about drawing from the holster. This process rather can be broken down into steps. So dry fire practice is extremely important to get these down and get them down smoothly. One other thing to mention: if you have a mechanical safety on your gun and you're going to use it, this is an excellent time to be training, taking that safety off each and every time so it becomes second nature to you. Okay? If you have any other questions about drawing from a holster, please feel free to ask. If you like what you see, go ahead and like and subscribe. And as always, it's always better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.